Hello everybody, this is the Badger King 73 and welcome to my YouTube channel. So like I was saying on my Britonia Let's Play, I'm planning on doing another Total War Warhammer 2 Mortal Empires campaign. So I was talking to you guys just a little bit about what I was wanting to do. So I was originally thinking about going for either an Empire campaign or a Techless campaign, but after thinking about it a little bit, I actually kind of want to go for a Karak Kadrin campaign, and the reason why is because I haven't played the Dwarves in a good little bit, and I think it'll just be a little bit more fun on my part, and also I think that the Empire might be a little bit too similar to my Britonia Let's Play. I mean, don't get me wrong; they're totally different in a few aspects, but they're both a part of the the human race and things like that. And then the high elves. Honestly, I don't know. It just wasn't doing it for me. So we are going to do a Karak Kadrin campaign. So I'm going to start out with the faction effects. So the suitable climate is frozen. Construction costs -75% for Slayer buildings. Recruitment costs -50% for Slayer units. Speed +10% for infantry units. Our Lord effects are casualty replenishment rate +30% for Slayer units. Upkeep -25% for Slayer units. Melee attack +10 for Slayer units, and yeah, so very Slayer based. Making sense because Ungrim Iron Fist, my bad. Ungrim Iron Fist is indeed the last Slayer king. So the race attributes, I'm sure we're all pretty well familiar with this, but just to, I guess, review. Grudges are scores against the dwarves, or scores against the dwarves must be settled by any and all means necessary to keep order. The underway, dwarves can be, or my gosh, I cannot read. Dwarves can use underground tunnels to avoid impassable terrain and enemy forces, and a roster of heavily armored units with strong leadership and a variety of deadly war machines. So, our additional starting units, so we have Giant Slayers, we have Thunderers, and then we have our regular Slayers. Just like last time, I'm playing on hard difficulty for our campaign and hard difficulty for our battles. So, yeah, without further ado, let's get started.
Mighty Ungrim, Slayer and King, prevail in your ancestors' woes and carve a path of red ruin in the lost name of Drakebeard. Many monsters and Urks dare skulk in the shadow of Peak Pass. The Templehof vampires are such a threat. A grudge on all Zanganaz. Do not let the undead fester in their nests. Further north, the Umgi of the Empire squabble with one another. All the while, Kislev prepares for the war of all wars, should evil seep from the frozen wastes. But an immediate threat resides within these craggy mountains. The Red-Eye tribe, a vicious horde of greenskins, sack and pillage the halls of your mighty kin. And they now dare turn their beady eyes on you, my king. Push back this green tide, my lord, for you are the last Slayer king of Karak Kadrin.
Okay, so let's take a look at how they play. The Forge, experts in binding the winds of magic to stone or metal, dwarves can use oath gold in conjunction with trade resources to make magical weapons, armor, talismans, and enchanted items to improve their strength in battle. We don't really need to go over the grudges. We already kind of took a look at that in the underway. I don't think we need to look at that either. So, our first grudge issued: capture and occupy the following settlement: Ganasharak's lair. Let's just take a look at that. Alright, so not too far away. We get plus 1,000 to our treasury and plus 30 to our oath gold. First chapter objective issued: occupy, loot, raise, or sack 3 different settlements. So currently we have taken 0. We get 2,000 towards our treasury for that. Alright, so it looks like we have an enemy army pretty close to us. Are they within range? Looks like they are. Let's see, do we have a hero? Yes, we do. Let's actually let's take a look at our diplomacy before we move forward. So it looks like we're just at war with the Red Eyes, which is good. I don't really want to be too engulfed in any other wars right now. But let's look at trade. See what we can do with trade. Oops. It doesn't look like we can get much trade really at the moment. So but we could possibly. Yes. Well, actually, let's think of gameplay here. So I usually don't like going for defensive alliances or military alliances right off the bat, or I mean, anyways, it's hard to do that anyways. But I do kind of think it'd be advantageous if we got maybe a non-aggression pact with these guys. Mostly because I'm looking to confederate with these guys, so it's kind of a little bit like our Bretonian Let's Play. You know, we kind of want to, I'd rather confederate with our fellow race rather than go to war with them, especially with my own guys, considering that dwarves tend to be a little bit tougher than other factions. Yeah, so we can't really do much in terms of diplomacy. But let's go ahead and try to get a non-aggression pact. So they will definitely take a non-aggression pact, it looks like. I'm wondering though if maybe we can get some money out of it. Oh, not offer payment, demand payment. Let's go for let's see if they can do 1,000 maybe. It's low. So they might not, considering their economic power is weak. So it's at moderate. No, they're not going to do it. All right, let's go for something a little bit lower than that. They actually, I mean, they might not even. Okay, so we get a high chance for that. Let's go for 600. See if they do that. Yes. They accepted, so that's pretty good. A little bit of extra money in our treasury. In terms of diplomacy with anybody else, I don't really want to go for anything else. Don't want to mess with the Empire provinces really quite just yet. So let's take a look at our not diplomacy. Let's take a look at our research. See what we need to go for first. Let's see. Income from settlement buildings plus 5%. Public order plus 1. Recruitment cost minus 5% for dwarf warrior units. And recruitment cost minus 5 for coilers and thunders. Let's how's our public order going? Is it doing good? Or it's at minus 5. See, I mean, do we need public order right off the bat? I don't really think so. Let's go for something that has to do with income. Let's kind of boost our economy a little bit from the get-go. So let's increase our income from our settlements. See, we can build something here. So by the looks of it, we need something to recruit from. So we're definitely going to go for a sparring chamber first, and then let's get an idea of what we need to do actually. So we definitely want to go for Slayers. That's where most of our perks are. We won't be able to go for that until we get a tier 3 settlement chain. We might need to put some. Well, that's actually income. Where's our public order at? We might need to put some public order things in there as well. Maybe in a few turns or so. Also, I think artillery might be rather important. We're definitely going to need a armory if we're going to recruit any type of great weapons. But yeah, let's just go for the sparring chambers for now, and then we'll kind of get a feel for what we want to do afterwards. So I kind of want to go ahead and go after these guys. How many do we got? We got 6 in there. We got 7, so that's not too shabby. We got Dwarf Warriors, 2 units of those. We got our Slayers, our Giant Slayers, our Thunders, and we also have some Warlords. I don't know. Let's see. I don't think we need to put our warrior in there just yet. Let's actually see what he can do. Looks like he can. Yeah, he can handle replenishment. So let's get our dwarf. Let's get our what is he? A runsmith? Let's get a runsmith over here. So I think what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and push on these guys. Be it our first battle of this campaign. So we took a look at our grudges. Let's take a look at our objectives real fast. So we need to ensure that there are no active grudges remaining in the Great Book of Grudges. Ensure that the following building has been constructed: the Great Slayer Shrine of Karak Kadrin. So actually, let's take a look at that. Engineers Guild Hall. There we go. So we actually has a pretty low cost to build as well. So not too bad. What kind of so it provides +2 rank +2 for our Slayer units, untainted +10, untainted in adjacent provinces +3. Looks pretty decent if I have to say so myself. See what else we have. Destroy the following factions. So we need to destroy Norska, Wintertooth, Clan Mulder, Crooked Moon, and Argawon. I cannot pronounce that. Arguilon? I think it's pronounced Arguilon. Not entirely sure though. And maintain control of 10 provinces, including the following, either by direct ownership or through vassals and military allies. So we'll take a look at these as time progresses. Maintain a total of 7 units of the following type: Slayers and Giant Slayers. Then maintain 100 units in total. So, we have our hero already to hinder the replenishment. What we really need to do is we need, first of all, push through and take Ganashrak's layer, and then we we need to move forward and take these guys. We kind of just want to take one one enemy at a time. So yeah, let's go ahead and push forward with Iron Fist Army and go for our first battle of the campaign. So dive right in. Alrighty, so how are we going to do this? Looks like we have a few choke points we can take advantage of. So let's group these guys together, put these guys in our front lines. Actually, these guys, they have pretty good melee defense, so let's go. Put them for our front lines. And actually, put our Slayers in behind these guys. Slayer King in there like that. Let's put our Thunders to the flank, and then put our Quarrelers in the back like so. Let's scoot these guys over a little bit. Alright, so what we're going to do is I'm going to try to push these guys down here. Odds are they're probably not going to go after us since we're the attacking force, but if we could, I'm trying to use our thunders to lure them in towards us so we can use that choke point. So let's go ahead and get the battle started. Or hold on a minute. I thought they were going to come after us for a second. Oh, we don't want to run them either. Save their energy. You know, I really like the dwarf faction. I think they're really interesting. I really like the you know, their machines and things like that. Like the what are they? The gyrocopters. I think that's what they're called. I haven't played the dwarves in a little bit. Let's fast forward. These guys down there. So it looks like they're beginning to deploy their army a little bit closer to over here. That's kind of what we want. And yeah, there they go. We're going to try to get them to come through here towards us so that we can fully, you know, utilize this choke point that we have there. Let's go ahead and press play. Alright, so what are they going to do? Are they just going to stand there, or are they going to come through towards us? I kind of think they might just stand there, so... Alright, let's see if we can, let's go ahead and deploy our thunders. Try to lure these guys towards us. Orc biggins, orc boys. Let's get them to, shoot these orc biggins right here. Yeah, they got a melee attack of 38. Now these guys are the guys that we're wanting to go after. A close up of our first volley. Gotta reload. That's probably cringy. Maybe a few extra volleys will get them to come towards us, hopefully. Now it looks like they're gonna do it. Alright, let's go ahead and pull our thunders back. Put them on top of this hill. Let's get these guys ready. Actually, let's bring these guys forward just a little bit, like so. Lock these guys in.
Dwarf warriors.
Alright.
For the ancestors.
Alright, let's go ahead and send these guys in. Followed by our slayers. Alright, see if our thunders can put some pressure on these archers back here. Gonna throw Iron Fist in there as well. Get a few good viewpoints right here. Alright, how are we doing? What's this? I didn't check this. Plus 60% to weapon damage and 60% to armor piercing damage. Let's go ahead and go for that. Looks like fighting against this guy right there anyways. Big face smasher. Alright, we're beginning, yeah, they're beginning to waver on us, so that means we'll be able to focus our shots on something else then. Alright, looks like they're gonna go away. Let's go ahead and put our quarterless through the flanks here. And,
Rondos!
let's go ahead and deploy our thunders right there, just in case these guys come back.
For the carrier's anchor!
Yeah. Alright, looks like Iron Fist did a fair bit of damage to their Face Smasher. Gonna push these guys through then. See if we can get a couple shots on these guys. And it looks like these guys are gonna come back, so looks like we might kill him. I don't know if he'll come back. Looks like we're out of range.
Thunderers!
I thought I told you guys to shoot those guys. Come on. Don't shoot down there. Shoot at the archers. I want to shoot it in the backs.
Slayers! War of vengeance!
Oh, they're starting her out. That is a victory. Let's go ahead and try to shoot these guys down. We don't really have anything to follow up on them, so there's really not any point
Yes!
in
War of vengeance!
just pull these guys back.
Rage far, rage fast! Relentless and free! Go! Charge!
Go ahead and shoot.
Fire on the foe!
We get a few more volleys. Actually, I don't know if these guys will shoot in the backs of our slayers right here or not, so better not shoot at them. And they are out of range, so let's go ahead and end the battle there. Not too shabby. Decisive victory. We got the most kills. Looks like the Quarrelers and the Thunderers both equally got the same number of kills. Not too shabby, I must say. So we can either release captives or we can execute captives. So let's go ahead and go for that. Gives us leadership +4. So I don't think we'll be able to catch up with them, but we can use our hero to move in and hinder their replenishment. We've got 65% chance of being successful, so let's go ahead and move in there and do that.
Never done.
And it was a success, sweet. It looks like we can level him up there, so what do we want to go for? Do we want to go for... I really like going for damage walls. I think that's really useful. I also like going for wound. Also hindering replenishment is a good one as well. I say let's go for hinder replenishment. I don't think we will have to really worry about this anytime soon. So let's go for hinder replenishment. Looks like we can upgrade Ingram Iron Fist. Didn't mean to touch my mic, guys. I'm sorry. Let's go for Route Marcher. That's one of the more important things, I think. Alright. Non-aggression pact, all that kind of stuff right there. Looks like there's not really a whole lot else we can do. We're going for research. We know what a grudge is. We checked out the objectives, and yeah, I think that's about it. Actually, before I move on, actually, you know what? Never mind. I'll save it for the end of the video. Sorry about that, guys. All right. Yeah. So let's go ahead and end turn then. And looks like we can go ahead and intercept these guys. It's a little bit of an overkill if I try to fight it myself, so let's go ahead and auto-resolve. We only lost 47, so that's not too bad. We can go ahead and execute captures again. I kind of think that if I go for another Mortal Empires Let's Play, or even just a you know, a Warhammer 1 Let's Play, I really want to give the Vampires a try. I was thinking maybe the Vampire Counts. Maybe I've actually never played the Vampires. Well, actually, I take that back. I played maybe like 5 or 6 turns of them, just to see what they're like. But yeah, if I do get the time to add a 4th series, I'd like to play the Vampires maybe. So we got an armor gain, gives us +2 armor, +7 to melee defense, and a ward save of 10%. So it goes to Ungrim Iron Fist. Let's take a look at that. Looks like it's already equipped, so that's good. Actually, is there anything else we can get there? Probably not, because we just started. All right, armor gain. Looks like he can go for another upgrade. So I think maybe, I don't know, let's see. We can either go for +20% for armor piercing damage and 20% for weapon damage. Or we can go for extremely daring death blow, which gives us +40% to weapon damage, 40% to armor piercing damage, and +30% to physical resistance. Or we can go for Oath of Forging, which is Oath will generate 3 per turn. I kind of think that's a good one right there. I usually kind of like to, you know, go for the Lord effects and then move on to the Inspiring Presence. But honestly, the Oath of Forging. I mean, let's take a look at the Forge first of all. I mean, we have to have Oath Gold, and if we can get a steady income from time, or you know, every turn, then I kind of think that would be a good idea. Honestly, to tell you the truth, because then it'll kind of speed up the process of, you know, going for these kinds of things right here, you know. And yeah, so honestly, I think maybe starting off that early on would be a good idea. So yeah, let's go for that. Which one? There we go. Let's go for Oath Gold generate 3 per turn. It wasn't a yeah, I was making sure there wasn't like a time limit on there or anything like that. So what we need to do, we need to continue to push forward to the Gnashrak Slayer. I kind of want to recruit a little bit before we move forward. Don't want to get, I guess, too ballsy. They have a garrison of 5, so that's not too much. We can't really see what's going on there. See, if we move closer, we might. Looks like we can. Doesn't look like there's anybody there. I still would like to recruit just a little bit before we move forward. So these guys have a pretty good melee defense. I'd rather boost our front line just a little bit more. They have an upkeep of 118, so that's not too bad. We can go for these guys, but in all honesty, I mean, we might take one just. We might take one just because, you know, they you know, they don't cost that much to you know, in terms of upkeep. Now let's go for 2 of these guys so that we can kind of get more broad front line, things like that. They have pretty good melee defense, and they have pretty good armor as well. Let's take a look at what we can build. So we can go ahead and upgrade this. It gives us Quarrelers. Alright, how many more turns? We got 15 more turns until we're able. Okay, so we're definitely, once we take the Gnashrak Slayer, we're definitely going to have to go for some type of growth building. But for now, let's go ahead and upgrade to a clan barracks so that we can get our Quarrelers. And how many turns was that going to take? I was going to take a couple, was it? Yeah. And let's go ahead and deploy our hero forward just a little bit. So we can get a little bit of broad view. I don't think.
Rune of Swift Stride.
Yeah, we just need to make sure there's no armies coming up through here to kind of garrison Ganasharak's lair. If I'm thinking correctly, they probably only have one army. I'm not entirely sure. They might have a couple, but being early game, they probably only have one other army. So I don't. Are they at war with anybody else or? Nope, they're just at war with us. So. Alright, let's see if anything has changed in terms of trade. It doesn't look like it. We can only trade with the Temple House for now. Let's go for attitude. I still don't want to get a non-aggression pact with these guys, even though it wouldn't be really in our best interest to attack these guys, because I'm pretty sure if we were to attack them, we wouldn't really be able to occupy any of their settlements or anything like that. So we could try. We could try and maybe provide some, I guess, a two-front war for the Red Eye, but it would probably take some time, and you know, I'm kind of thinking that we'll be able to eliminate these guys, not relatively fast, but you know, faster than what it would take to maybe even forge an alliance. And the reason why I'd forge an alliance is because I don't see any reason to go to war with these guys really just yet. You know, I think we really need to focus on the greenskins and confederating with our fellow dwarves. And actually, with that being said, so I know I said that I usually don't go for military alliances right off the bat. I am going to try to actually we can. I was going to try to go for a defensive alliance maybe, but it's not going to happen. Just go ahead and recruit these guys, and we'll move forward with Ganasharak's lair. I don't think we need to deploy our hero inside of our army. Yeah, I think that's good for an end turn, so let's get cracking. That's one other thing. We might have to worry a little bit about Templehof, like the guy in the intro said. No, will it show us? No, not really. How are our relations? We're very unfriendly and we're deteriorating, so not too good. I don't think we really need to worry about them in terms of an immediate threat, but definitely need to keep an eye out for these guys. Okay, so we can't necessarily move in and take it this turn, but let's go ahead and push forward and try our best. Let's deploy our hero forward just a little bit. We really need to see what kind of armies they have. So they have an army right here, so they might be able to push forward and stop us. Looks like, what are they? They're mustering, so they're recruiting.
The Slayer in me seeks death. To battle!
So I don't think. Actually, I should have waited to maybe replenish just a little bit more. Actually.
You summon me?
Well, that's fine. All right. That's fine. How many settlements do these guys have? Do they just have 3?
Me.
Yes, they just have 3. So. Also, really need to keep an eye out for these bloody spears as well. Don't necessarily want to fight a two-front war. Even if they did, it'd probably take them some time to deploy towards our territory. Actually, how many settlements do those guys have? 5 settlements. They're at war with the Zoofbar and the dwarves themselves. Alright, so not really a whole lot we can do for this turn. Still having public order problems. I mean, they're actually not that bad. Could definitely be worse, but probably be a better idea if we can, I don't know, hopefully get some public order soon. But yeah, I mean, I don't think really there's nothing else we can really do this turn. Nothing we can upgrade or anything like that. So let's go ahead and end the turn again. Alright, technology research. Let's go ahead and take a look at that before we move forward. Is there anything that has to do with public order actually before we move on? Income from toolmakers, income from settlement buildings, public order +1. Let's go ahead and go for public order +1. That leads to diplomatic relations +10 with humans, high elves, and lizardmen. Then it looks like it just moves on for different. Well, Masters of Steel and Stone Commandment, additional -5 to recruitment cost. Oh, is that the only thing that has to do with public order? It looks like we'll have to wait, I guess, until we get public order +1 oaths of loyalty. That's good for now, I guess. Probably don't want to. Should probably go for, you know, other things. See, anything else we can do? Let's see how much these guys. They're at 12, so and we cannot recruit anything because we're in foreign territory. Let's go ahead and take an Ashrag Slayer. Probably going to fight this one because I don't know, I just feel like fighting it, you know, for shits and gigs. I like fighting battles; they're fun. And it's early in the campaign, so why not? Why did it not? Alrighty then, so we don't really need to, I don't know, we don't need to involve these guys, actually, so let's get our front line going right there. Let's keep our Slayer, or Giant Slayers in reserve, put our Slayers over here on our flanks. Actually, hold on a minute, I might have a better idea. There we go, let's put our Thunderers in front of these Slayers, and then let's put these guys on our left flank, our Quarrelers in the back. So we can put these guys, where do we want to put these guys? Do we want to just go ahead and put these guys, I don't know. Don't really want to have them out there in the open. Actually, let's use these guys as a meat shield. Like so. Alright. So we're going to keep these guys out. They're our weakest unit, and plus we don't really need them anyways. I'm going to scoot these guys over. So let's get our general. Let's put him right there. All right, let's get started. Are they going to come towards us? They are. Go ahead and actually hold on a minute. Looks like they have spear units over there. There we go, let's keep them like there. Actually, let's not deploy anywhere further. I'm gonna lock these guys in. Let's go ahead and lock these guys in too. They'd be kind of, oh, they're good. Okay, I was gonna, actually these guys, do they have a clear line of view? Doesn't really look like it. They got some trees they gotta worry about, but that's fine. Alright. Looks like they're gonna get a few shots in. wait just a little bit. Now we're not really doing a whole bunch of let's go ahead and send these guys forward.
Move to attack! It is an order!
It looks like we're going to be outflanked over here, so let's go ahead and attack these guys.
Where the ancestors?
Oops, my bad.
Truth the wizards!
Alright, let's pull these guys back.
Relentless! The clans unite!
Alright,
Fire
let's go ahead and fire on these guys and fire on these guys. Kind of take care of our flanks. We actually might need these guys, so let's deploy them over here.
Come on!
Just gotta keep on shooting in the backs. Looks like they're doing quite a bit of damage to our Slayers actually. Probably not the best idea I had, but that's fine. It's fine. These guys' morale are starting to crash, so that's fine.
Slayers!
Alright.
Kill them!
Alright, so it's a victory. Let's go ahead and end battle before we cause any damage to ourselves. So we lost 77, and our Slayers actually took quite the hit there. I kind of regret that. They got 99 kills though, so they got the most kills. But it came with a price. That is for damn sure. Alright. So we're gonna occupy. Province secured. Branch removed. Plus 1,000. Let's go ahead and go for that. Let's go for the full plate of armor. Start working on his the lore overall, and then we'll move towards our inspiring presence. Untainted +1s or anything. Actually, we might want to think about doing some public order things. Alright, it looks like construction cost, untainted +1, so that reduces, that helps with corruption and things like that, I think. Enemy siege holdout time, alright. Let's go ahead and go for that. Good thing about Slayers though is they they definitely recruit easy. Good thing it's part of the thing there, right? Let's go for another Quarreler. Actually, let's go for. Actually, let's just go for the one Quarreler. Let's go for another unit of Slayers and another unit of Dwarf Warriors. There's not really a lot we can do with our hero. All he can really do is handle replenishment. Actually, let's take a look real fast. Do we have a growth building? We sure do. That's what we need. Growth for sure. Okay, so I kind of want to devise a plan here. So after we move in and take Kahazid, Kulots, and Karak Kadrin, we definitely need to go after the the blood. What was it? Blood spears? Bloody spears? Does it tell us the bloody spears? Yeah. Also, we need to take a look at our diplomacy. See if these guys.
Come, kid.
Okay, so they don't want a defensive alliance or anything like that right off the bat. I really want to go for a confederation with these guys. So if we can do that, we need to go for it. They do have a higher, or I guess it would be a lower strength ranking than we do. So that we definitely need to improve our forces and things like that, so that we can be stronger than them and things like that. But actually, these guys are old with. Okay, can't do that. These guys are a strength rank of 7. Wow. Pretty strong, if I say so myself. Alright, we actually already checked that. They're at war with Zahufba. Alright, the Dippelhoffs, they're still deteriorating. Got
More fleet shines.
a couple armies right there.
I find your persistence tiring, Stone Gather.
Alright. Um, so I guess let's keep our, actually maybe
Summoned me?
these guys. We got 5 in that garrison. What? The only thing we can't damage walls because there isn't any walls. I don't really want to push him forward too much, just in case they have a hero. Now, I don't want him to be assassinated or wounded or anything like that. So, but I do want to keep an eye on these guys. We don't want them to, I guess, muster for too long. After we recruit and replenish, we do really need to push through and try to lure these guys out so that we can go ahead for Gahadzid Irkulats. So yeah, let's just let's see what they do. Okay, first of all, we can go for something in here. We can go for Slayer's Axe, so bonus versus large plus 8, charge bonus plus 18. So that actually doesn't sound too bad. Veteran's Hammer. Can't go for that just yet. So we have 36. Let's check out our armor. Ranger's Cloak, melee defense plus 6. I can go for any of those. So talismans. So that gives us a little bit of both worlds there, kind of. Attribute stock. What does that do? Tell us. Attribute stock. Honestly, don't know what that means. Stock, like able to have a better ambush success or something? I don't know. Physical resistance plus 5%, armor plus 4, melee defense plus 3. And we can't recycle because we don't have anything to recycle. I kind of want to go for the Slayer's Axe actually. It gives us a good charge bonus and bonus versus large, so let's go for that actually. Weapon forged. Okay, let's go ahead and go for. So would it be in his details? Slayer's Axe. All right. Sweet tits. Okay. Decisive victory, regain, all that good stuff. Alright, we're ready for it. Actually, let's go ahead and see what we can do for a commandment. We have plus 13, but it's because of the conquest penalty. Do we have anything that has to do with public order? Yeah, let's go for public order. And then end thy turn. I apologize, guys. I don't really have a lot to say during these interns. Do not have a lot to say. Okay, so how are these guys doing?
I am the Slayer
I don't
King.
think I really want to go for any kind of. Well, I mean, maybe we should go for some type of recruitment. These guys are building as well. They're at 17. Okay, so they're getting pretty large. Probably in our best interest to maybe recruit just a little bit more. Let's go for another miners unit. They're cheap. Let's see. We should probably go for another quarreler. Decent melee combatants. You know, I did not know that. Yeah, melee defense of 28. These guys are armor piercing actually, but we can't get them. Never mind. I was like, let's get some of those, but we don't have the building for that just yet. So we can go for another Slayer's unit. Kind of, oh, they're cheaper, but they have higher upkeep. So it's hard to beat that melee attack at 48 though. Let's go for another one of these guys. I like having these guys kind of as my, having them on my flanks, being able to wrap around and cause damage there. I'd say that's probably about it in terms of army size. Don't really want to go for too much more. Looks like we ain't got a +1 on our public order, so that's good, finally. It's a military presence though, so as soon as we leave is going to go down. Still don't really want to. Yeah, still don't really want to push our hero forward, just because I kind of want to keep him safe, and all we're really doing is just keeping an eye on these guys.
I grow restless. Onward.
I think next turn we're going to go ahead and deploy Iron Fist's army up closer. Then we're going to deploy our hero into his army, and then hopefully these guys will come out and confront us. If they do that, then we'll be able to move on to Culatz and gain that territory. And it should help us out with income and hopefully growth and things like that. Actually, speaking of growth, how many more turns we got? We got 3 more turns until we get a population surplus. We want to go for this one first so that we can get some type of income settlement chain, or yes, income chain. Gosh dang, income building. Cannot speak. You guys already know that by now. To the 60-some viewers, that's kind of a big deal, guys. That's actually what I was going to talk about earlier, but I'm going to keep it for the end of the video. So there I go, rambling off. Yeah, we're gonna wait for these guys to replenish, get some more troops going, and then we're going to deploy closer to Kulatz. Can't hardly pronounce that, and yeah, so hero not moved, that's fine. Go ahead and end by turn. I also think a green scan campaign would be pretty fun as well. I've played a little bit with them, but I chose to go with something else. Looks like they will decide to deploy. They're going to take a little bit of attrition though. That's fine, that's in our favor. Alrighty then, so can we reach these guys? So we can't reach them. Well, they got 20. Alright, so we got Orc Biggins. So I would assume that their army really, I mean, it's a bigger army, but to be honest with you, I'm pretty sure they have lower grade troops than ours. So and we only have an income of 80, so we're not going to get any more troops. So let's go ahead and deploy after these guys. I'm fairly confident we can beat them. But I don't know. Let's go ahead and deploy our hero in here so we can add an extra effect, and let's wait for these guys to attack us. Alright, so yeah, they got some goblins, some orc boys. The main thing we really need to worry about is that if they have some orc biggins or any top tier infantry units like that. But yeah, let's go ahead and take a look. So we're at -4 now, so it's fine. 2 more turns until we can go for a settlement upgrade. Actually, I was kind of getting an idea of what I want to do. So I really think that we should probably go for something that has to do with public order. Even if it's in our not our main settlement chain, one of our lower tier settlement chains. you know, I really think we need to go for public orders, just so that, you know, we're not going after these guys trying to eliminate them and, you know, having to worry about a revolt, you know, or anything like that. So we got 2 more turns until we can go with that. Let's go ahead and take a look at diplomacy and see if we can go with any trade. It looks like that's not going to happen. So Zuhufpar, they're improving. Let's see if we can do anything with that. So let's go ahead and see if we can give military access. They're not going to accept that. That's fine.
The Empire.
Is there any reason why we should go for a non-aggression pact with these guys?
Come then. Only Sigma's god, Ulrich, can judge it worthy or no.
I mean, there's no reason we should go to war with these guys, really. Our main focus are, you know, the greenskins in the mountains and things like that. But being that they, I don't know, because I mean, once we eliminate these guys, we don't really need to worry about anything up there. So I mean, we can go for a non-aggression pact, and hopefully once they are able to get trade, we can go for that. But
on it.
let's just go for it so we can increase our relations with these guys, and if there's a possibility we can get trade, it should help us a little bit easier. But yeah. Excuse me, I'm sorry guys. But yeah, after we get done with these guys, we should be able to move forward and take out their culottes with no problem. So we got a level 1 guy right there. We might be able to go ahead and wound him. But let's go ahead and see what these guys do. I'm kind of hoping they go ahead and go for it, or you know, go ahead and attack us. Which is, I mean, I'm pretty sure they're going to do that. Either way, we're going to try to attack them. Alright, sweet. So what do they got? They got a lot of orc boys. But other than that, it's not really that, I mean, not really anything we need to worry about. Let's take a look at our map though, see what we got. Pretty even plain, it looks like. A little bit of a hill in the middle maybe, but alright, let's go for it. I feel fairly confident. I feel fairly confident that we should beat these guys. So yeah, if any of you guys watched my Bretonia, first part to my Bretonia Let's Play, you already know that I can't speak. So let's go ahead and deploy these guys in our main front lines. Get these guys on the flanks. Let's actually kind of get these guys a little bit, you know, outwards a little bit. I don't really want them too close because that kind of allows those guys to outflank us. We don't really want that. Let's get these guys over here. Put our quarters in the back, just like always. Let's put our miners right there, kind of as a reinforcing, reinforcing line for our dwarf warriors. Get our hero and our lord, Umbrum Iron Fist, right there. And let's see. Let's go ahead and let's deploy our Thunderers right there. I'd rather have the Thunderers with our giant slayers, mostly because I want to try to keep these guys as long as we can. So let's go ahead and deploy these guys up. Move a little bit like so. Alright. It's should be good. Let's go ahead and start the battle. Lock these guys in. Not those guys in. Lock these guys in. Maybe even him.
The clans
Alright, what do
unite.
you got there? Got some cavalry. We have some missile infantry. Alright, so might be in our best interest to let's go ahead and deploy some dwarf warriors over here actually. And
Slayers,
actually let's put our slayers in behind.
move now.
Want to get our we want to get our dwarf warriors to kind of take the blow of these guys. Don't really want to risk much of our slayers, so go ahead and pull them back. Attack these guys.
Kill the off splitters.
Can we do that? How are they going to take it?
For the ancestors.
Alright,
As you
now we can go for them.
Thunderous.
So looks like we have missile infantry over there. Let's focus down on these guys.
Slayers.
Let's go ahead and attack.
My doom approaches. The clans unite.
Alright, let's go for these guys. Put these guys out over here. Let's get some corridors over there to support. Looks like these guys are doing well for themselves, so let's go ahead and attack these guys from over here.
Dwarves, ready axes.
Alright,
Shoot the wizards.
so it looks like we need the most support over there. So let's get these guys over here. Like so.
Kazook.
Keep on going. Got this. Continue to shoot these guys. What's this right here? It looks like I was a little bit late for that. I continue to hurt these guys right there. Alright, so we should be able to break these guys if we can move in and help these slayers defeat these guys. Then we can finally get some some pressure on this flank. They have really outflanked us right there. Alright, our giant slayers, we need to get these guys out of there. Definitely need to get these guys out of there. Don't want to get rid of them. As a matter of fact, let's pull them back as far as we can. And continue to shoot these guys so that they don't come back. Alright. Alright, let's go ahead and push on these guys. Alright. I don't think those guys will be coming back anytime soon, so... Alright, let's focus on these guys right there. Alright. Okay, so let's get these guys so that maybe they can rout before they come and hit us from behind.
Thunderous for the High King. They have wronged us.
Alright, go ahead and shoot those guys some more. Oh, come on, let's go. Go.
The clans unite.
Alright,
Will do.
let's go ahead and get some.
Wizards.
I'm just very tired, that's what's going on. Okay.
We are relentless.
Alright, come on, let's go ahead. Alright, let's fire on these guys. Keep them coming back.
Strike out.
Looks like we're going to win this. I kind of figured we would, but...
Kill them all in Beard's reach.
Alright, we don't necessarily want to chase them down.
Clans
So...
unite. Dwarf warriors.
Alright. Just want to shoot these guys. That's pretty much all we want to do. Just shoot these guys. We can't really chase them. Our slayers, that's fine. Alright. Can't really go after these guys. You guys don't need to follow those guys.
Fire on the foe.
Still,
Find your
these guys
targets.
back. She need to shoot these guys. Alright, sorry about that. I had to adjust my mouse a little bit. Still within range, just a little bit. These guys still going. Let's go ahead and fast forward a little bit. Alright, it's in the battle there. So that was a pretty close battle, if I say so myself. It's a close victory, that's for sure. Our Thunder's got 173 kills. Looks like they're the ones that got the most kills, so that's pretty good. I think what I might try next is actually put my Slayers in front of our line. I don't think they're really doing that well of a job of being flanks, because we are the ones being outflanked actually, so don't really have that much of, yeah, I don't think they really have that much of use on the flanks. They're not doing so well. Alright, talisman gained. Take a look at that. Already got it in there, so that's good. Alright, so we can do a level up. So we can go for charge bonus, hard to hit, which gives us +6 charge melee defense, hit points +7. Let's go for that. Since we're fighting against the greenskins, I think that'd be pretty advantageous. Technology researched. Let's go ahead and upgrade him. Alright, so let's go for damage walls, which will, pretty sure it'll give us additional breaches. Yeah, 1 additional wall breach. That's good. Are we taking any type of replenishment? No, we are not. Don't really know if we should move in and take these guys. Yeah, should probably hold off on attacking. We took quite a hit, so let's go ahead and pull back and take replenishment before we move forward. Do have this guy right there. We might be able to move in with him next time. Or actually, we can go for it right now. We have a 52% chance of success, which is good. We have a 4% chance of being wounded, so in my opinion, I think it would be worth it. Let's go ahead and go for it. Looks like we were successful. Sweet. Alright, alright, let's go for specialist. Gives us that additional chance of succeeding. Alright, what do we want to go for now? I kind of want to go for some more economic deal. So income from toolmakers +5, get income from settlement buildings +10. Let's go for that right there. And I think that's just about it for this episode, guys. So like I was about to say earlier, that and then decided to hold it for the end of this video. I just want to say thank you to all of those who viewed my first Bretonia Let's Play. It actually means a lot to me. I did not expect to get, I think, what is it, 60-ish views around there. I can't quite remember. Yeah, but I did not expect that to get on my first video. So yeah, thank you guys, and then thank you for the 2 subscribers that I have. I appreciate you guys. But yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. Feel free to leave a like, a dislike, subscribe, or leave any positive, constructive criticism. There we go. Feel free to leave any constructive criticism, any type of strategies you guys want to see me implement or anything like that. But yeah, I just wanted to say thank you guys, and I hope you really enjoyed the content, and yeah, with that being said, talk to you guys later.